And Amir Fehri joins us now in studio. Amir, good to have you on the Newsmakers.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Tell me a little bit about your ambassadorial role or roles for different governments.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's an honor to be among you today. I think it's very important to talk about this subject in Istanbul because Turkey has been a symbol, for example, for children refugees, and especially concerning access to education. That's the thing that I'm working on today. So being an ambassador for Francophonie, for example, it was a really great experience to have chats with students, with children from all around the world. They tell you so many things when you're talking with them about French language, for example, but not only French language, its values, its culture. Because when President Macron said la langue française est la langue de la liberté, it means that French language is also the language of freedom, when you can explain your feelings, your emotions, while you're using this language. It was really a great experience. Also being an ambassador for children refugees, right? When I was coming back now from Iraq, from Mosul, when I visited the children refugees who are innocent, who did nothing during all these wars, battles, and who now have seen their lives changing during seconds. I think it's very interesting to talk about this, and it's really an honor and great chance to be an ambassador. And I would like to tell everyone who today is watching this interview that he can also be an ambassador. Being an ambassador is a chance, and it should be a chance for everyone.
Tell me how you balance all of this, because what's been interesting is you're Tunisian, just around the corner from you in Algeria, we've seen with their revolution recently, a lot of people have been pushing for and exerting a sense of Algerian identity and saying we want to disregard the French part of us or the French influence in our country, right? So in a way, as we see people push for greater sovereignty and independence in North African states in the Arab world, there's a rejection of things French. Yet you're an ambassador for the French side of things and the democratic Arab side of things. How do you do both together?
Thank you very much. It's really an amazing question because I was having many problems, especially in Tunisia when I was speaking about French language. But the message that I was always sharing is the language is not important. Language is making a link between populations. When I speak French language, I can use it in 88 countries. I can have relations with 88 countries, with many populations, with many people, and they are learning me so many things. So I know that French part has done many things that are not very good, but everybody did mistakes. Today, I think that me as a young child, I'm 15 years old today, I would like to have this message of peace, and I would like to see life in another way. I would like to see it in the positive way. Right. I would like to use French language. I would like to forget what happened, and I would like to use French language as a way to make sense, to give chance to everyone to explain what he has in his heart. So a language is made for that, is made to communicate.
Right. I'm sure a lot of people have said this to you before. You're 15 years old, right?
Exactly.
And they probably said, well, when I was 15, my biggest priority in life was to get over my fear of speaking to girls and football.
Thank you.
For a lot of us, it's still the same in our 30s and 40s and so on. Why do you do what you do at such a young age?
Thank you very much, Mr. Imran. I would like to offer you this copy of my fourth book. It talks about
I don't speak French, so what does it mean?
Yeah, so it means harcèlement in French means bullying. Bullying in schools when everyone is different. Differences could be from many differences we have. It could be the skin color, it could be the mother language, the way that we are living, the priorities in life. It can make so many problems for everyone. I had this experience when I was in Tunisia. I changed 7 times from school to school during 2 years, and it was very difficult to have this.
Why? Did they bully you?
Yeah, so there was the origins of my mother, who was Kurdish from Iraq, but also many other things. I had the special The Minister of Education during the last years gave me the approval to get, how can we say it, sauter une classe in French, as we jump a class.
I see.
So it doesn't exist in Tunisia, and it didn't exist. And when I had this approval, it made so many problems. It was not accepted by the other students. It was not accepted even by the teachers. Now I jumped 3 years, as we say in French, and it made me this problem, but I wanted also to make it as a personal experience.
So this is a novel.
Exactly, it's a novel.
So you've infused your personal story into a fictional setting here.
I cannot say that it's fictional because it's reality, it's truth.
So it's more, it's autobiography.
Yeah, it's autobiographic, exactly. Every word in this novel is true. I wanted to say to everyone who will read this book is actually the most read in Tunisia, and it's one of the bestsellers. And I have never imagined some years ago, while I was at school in Tunisia, that this book would have this great success, because I was thinking that nothing could change. And I think that's the problem. When we're young and when we're children, we think that everything is finished, that we do not have another chance. But I wanted also to make this novel as a positive experience, as a positive message.
But what's interesting about you is that, okay, for a lot of us, we look at Tunisia where we see the revolution having happened just a few years ago, and the country is going through some ups and downs trying to iron out the crinkles, right? But from our perspective as older people, the revolution just happened, and there's just been democracy. And now, yes, you've had Nahda and Nida Tunis and so on, and the politics is a bit crazy, and there's some problems, but it's a democracy, a flawed democracy that's muddling its way through. Now, I think about this, you're 15 years old. The revolution happened in 2011.
Yeah.
So you were 7 years old when it happened, right?
Exactly.
So more than half of your life and the bulk of your conscious life of what's going on around you has been in democratic Tunisia. So you've not lived through the Ben Ali days and so on, really?
No, I didn't.
Right?
No.
So what really do you want to change? Because you're, in a way, a kid that's lucky to be born into political freedom, if you like. So what do you want to change? The politics or culture or what?
I remember when was the revolution in 2011. We were having our house in Tunisia in Rades, and there was some shots in the road, and I was with my parents upstairs in our bedroom, and we locked the door, and I had my computer. The first time my father gave me the computer, he wanted me to explain what was in my heart as feelings and emotions. And when I was seeing and watching all what's happening all around the world, I want to say that young people and children who live all these wars are innocent. They did nothing. They are victims of what politics do. I think what I wanted to say, it's time now to act. It's time now to officially support the children. The children, when I see my mother who is Iraqi, and when I visit these children in Iraq, they are always smiling. When I spoke to them, they were singing, they were playing music, they were playing piano. We do not imagine them as this. When we see now Europe, when we see Germany, when we see the Scandinavian countries, when we see even France today, when we see the extremist political parties who are growing up, and all the borders that are becoming closed to refugees, I think that we do not see this part and this side of children. The side that they are innocent and they want peace, they have one dream. And today, I would like to say that I have a dream as a child, a dream of peace. And I would like to explain it in my books, but I would like also to explain it when I'm meeting with all the world leaders, because we do not have many people who have the chance to meet with the world leaders. But I think that everyone wants to have a chance. Everyone wants to have a chance of explaining that he wants peace in the world.
Okay, so, well, Amir, keep us updated.
Thank you very much, with pleasure. Thank you.
Once again, welcome to Istanbul. Really good to meet you.
Very beautiful city.
All the best.